Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Onyedika and I'm here to train you on how to use the NLS device to carry out series of tests in your body. Okay? There are several kinds of tests you can use this device to carry out. The amazing thing about this machine is that it is more or less to me like a complete lab. With this machine, you can carry out your PCV test, you can carry out your food blood count test, you can confirm the presence of all manner of pathological diseases in the body, infections in the body. In the course of this training, I will give a practical session that will help you know how to do this. In the course of this training, I'm going to show you about 30 common diseases that you can use this device to check. You can use this device to check for HIV, you can use this device to check for cancer, cancer of the breast, prostate cancer, prostate enlargement, fibroid, typhoid, malaria, name it. It's an elaborate machine. And I want you to follow me closely as I continue. Now, I'm going to start from the history of this machine, how this machine came about. This machine is a product of the research of Russian scientists who sat down and decided to come up with a device that can predict the future status of the human body health-wise for the next 3 to 5 years and the history of the human body health-wise for the past 3 to 5 years. Now, for them to carry this out, they had to come up with a particular theory which says that every living organism oscillates at a particular frequency. I am a living organism, you are a living organism, a parasite is a living organism, a virus is a living organism, mosquitoes are living organisms, and they all function at a particular frequency. The same way, the microorganisms, the bacteria, the viruses that affect our body oscillate and function at a particular frequency whenever they attach themselves to an organ in the body. And these scientists took 35 years to research the respective frequencies at which these microorganisms, viruses, and bacteria function whenever they attach themselves to the body. Take, for example, Plasmodium falciparum. Plasmodium falciparum is the parasite responsible for malaria in the body. And they studied it to oscillate at a particular frequency whenever it attaches itself to an organ in the body, say the liver. Assuming they researched and they figured out that whenever Plasmodium falciparum attaches itself to the liver, it starts functioning at a frequency of 0.420. And they check some other parasites, some other bacteria. Take, for example, Salmonella paratyphi. Salmonella paratyphi. Salmonella paratyphi. Now, this particular microorganism is responsible for typhoid fever in the body. And assuming they research it to have a frequency of 0.412. This is how they carried out several researches to know the frequency at they now came up with a standard international frequency, having calculated the mean of this frequency, and they have this standard frequency to be 0.425. Please don't mind my handwriting. 0.425. Now they also observe that the human organ in a healthy state oscillates at a frequency that has a mean value of 1.200 and above. For that of an unhealthy organ, 0.425 and above. What that means is that whenever a parasite, whenever a virus takes over a particular organ in the body, it makes the organ not to function at its healthy frequency. It now functions at the frequency of the virus, of the microorganism, of the bacterium. Are you getting me? And with this, we are able to carry out several investigations on several disease cases in the body. Now, one amazing thing I also want to let you know is that the NLS device does not only diagnose, but it can treat. Are you surprised to hear that? The NLS device does not only diagnose disease cases, but it can treat. Now you will ask me, how does this happen? How does this happen? Now I will give you the answer. Whenever you take a drug for treatment, take for example paracetamol. If you ask a pharmacist to explain to you how paracetamol can take away headache from the body, they will tell you that it is the coming together of a couple of chemical compounds that the moment you ingest it, then the headache will disappear. But this device is an energy medicine device that operates on frequencies. And an energy medicine practitioner will let you know or help you to understand that when you take that paracetamol in, it generates a particular frequency, and that frequency is what corrects or reverses the headache in the body. Now the amazing thing is that this device is a frequency generator. And being that our Russian scientists have researched the frequencies at which different symptoms manifest in the body, they have also programmed a reverse frequency. So take for example, whenever you take paracetamol to correct headache problem, paracetamol may probably generate a frequency of 1.345 and send it to the head. And when it sends it to the head, you get relieved of the headache in a couple of minutes. Same way, the scientists have programmed this frequency generator to send a frequency of 1.345 to the head, just like your paracetamol, so that it will correct the headache. Trust me, I train both inside and outside the country, and I have had amazing testimonies of how this same device corrected different cases of diseases. As a matter of fact, I make bold to say that this same device is very effective even for cancer treatment. If you follow me closely with this training, you will understand how this